Ritagzumo. It can't possibly be another test of strength, can it? Blessing. Oh, it's just a free one. Where it's just like, hey, bro, you found it. The end. So it's just a chest. Oh. I mean, I'm sure they're useful. It's just, it'd be really cool to find something. That's the chest icon. I'm sure those are useful. It would just be really cool to find, like, some sort of unique piece of equipment. That's really the number one thing I'm looking for is armor that I've never had before. That's some sort of special slot thing. Like my building set. That stuff's cool. Well, at least I get to check it off the list on the map. And... well, I also got the orb, but I also get to heal. 'Cause I went through some bad times back there. So now that I'm back out... I guess I already removed it from the map, didn't I? Let's see. Oh yeah, the platforming section. Tingle Island. Isn't Tingle that one character that's supposed to be a parody of fans? Interesting. Not a big rush to go that way either. Let's continue back towards this location. In which case, the smart thing is probably to start up here. Just for the sake of levitation, because I'm like at the bottom of the... I'm at like at the very, very bottom right now. I could probably make better progress from a higher point. Alright, time to change it accordingly. Let's make it a color I can follow. Red'll work. Trying to go straight there, not gonna work out. Oh my goodness, actually. This slope's gonna be slightly problematic. I can at least try to slide along the way. Oh yeah, this is not gonna work. How you guys doing down there? I mean, it's just the one dude, I guess. Distance is real. Now you there, your name couldn't happen to be really convenient for a certain goal I have, right? Although I'm pretty sure I need to meet a Goron, right? Mushrooms for Roma. I'm a traveling chef, Stam. I sound a tad arrogant, but I'm very important, so what can be done? They say that hunger is the best sauce. Or is it love? I forget. But that means us cooks will never be better than a starving chef or a fool in love. I think that's bogus. Hey now, why not take a quick look at the ingredients I've gathered, eh? They're all fresh. Take a look. Razor shroom. It's basic stuff, it's fine. I'm a traveling chef. And don't you forget it. Your name doesn't end with son, so I'm gonna just immediately forget you exist. Bye! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, cool. Wasn't even that kind of slope to worry about. That was not the angle I was hoping for when I made the jump. There's the Korok friend we met. How are we doing on shields? Go either way, really. See if I can do this. There we go. Gotta remember how to do these things. There we go. Yeah, I guess the I guess starting there wasn't as reasonable as I thought at the time. I probably should have just started there and gone for it. I thought you can't tell from the map really, but at the time I just thought I'd be able to levitate better. Just glide further. Oh, I'm gonna break this thing so bad. Well, let's help me cover some ground, that's for sure. We're close, it's fine. There's gotta be a boss fight somewhere in this big old plain, right? It just seems too important. By the way, that entire volcano looks like a shrine. Doing my head in at this point. So this is where we were when I got distracted and decided to go off towards the spiral, which, you know, looked awful important. Turned out to have a shrine in the middle. These slopes are basically made for the exact purpose of letting you shield surf for a while. Leave me alone. Oh, that might wake up. Oh, there's a race. There's a shrine. Hi, you're in a precarious location, ain't ya? In the middle of deep Akkala. Interesting. You guys still attacking me? Oh my god. Hurry. Ah. I'm fine, right? Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Go, 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 go. Yep. Yeah, haha. Some of these map locations are just dense. What's that? Oh, right. Little settlement. From a distance, it simplifies its polygons in a way that makes it look like it's just like a weird rock poop. And I would expect that to have some sort of significance. But that's just the simplified visuals. Whenever it tries to cut down on things at a distance. I'm sorry, what is that? Oh, that must be another technology place like the one we saw before. I was gonna say, there better not be for a minute there, I thought there was gonna be another horse ranch right next to the other one. I'm like, that's insane. Oh, hey, it's you. Buddy. The East Akkala Stable. Let's get you activated first. Katosa Aug. This is gonna be shrine number 50. Oh, it's another apparatus. Is this the like the motion-controlled chunk of the map, basically? Huh. This is crazy. I'm coming up on 50. That means we're almost halfway done with all the shrines in the game. It's supposed to be 120? I've got to rotate this just right, huh? Oh boy. Oh, there's no back wall. Whoops. Gotta be a little more gentler than that. Do I have to cancel it? How do I make the next one show up? Did the ball land somewhere? Ooh, where did it go? Aren't these supposed to be programmed to reset? Oh, there it is. That's how you reset it. You just redo this. Oh, crap. There's probably a better camera angle for this kind of thing. So you just do this to reset it? Oh, yeah, because it makes that thing go... Okay. Careful. Come on. Come on. Da-da-da-da. Oh no. That makes it despawn? Oh. Alright, we'll do it again. And then we'll patiently wait. You can do it. Don't you dare stop. Oh my goodness. Is it not gonna go in? There we go. Going, 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 ha! Don't see anything on there to stop for. Let's go here. Ooh. There's a whole behind area. Trying to hide things from me? Don't you do that. Oh, okay. This is more interesting. I was worried that was gonna be the entire shrine. I'm like, but there's like nothing to that. It was just a straight line. Oh, did I just do that on my first try? Ooh! Yep. Yep. Da-na-na-na. So... Ah, there you are. Come on. My new way to moderately annoy people, I guess. It's a frost blade. And you actually had space for it. Why? That wasn't very nice, Shrine. That wasn't very nice at all. Hello, Shrine. This is apparently my... I need to stop. I need to stop immediately. We can't idle like this. Okay. There we go. We have a chest icon. Wow. That's an extensive thing hidden back there. Like, half the shrine is hidden in a door that you can't see based on the standard camera angle for doing this. I wonder if people miss that. I wonder if they miss it and then they're like, oh crap, go back in, because then they can clearly see that, like, behind the actual, like, throne part, there's a doorway. Because it does those, like, side camera angles that make it super obvious all of a sudden. Yeah, with it... There's not too many puzzles in this game, huh? When you think about the totals, like, a certain number of them are going to be motion control things, which I wouldn't even necessarily call puzzles. It's just like, hey, can you manage to, like angle your controller correctly? Then a bunch of them are fights. And then a bunch of them are kind of puzzles, but you do the puzzle before you get there, because the once you get inside the reward, it's just a chest. But you normally do, like, a environmental puzzle, I suppose. Hello. I've been on patrol duty lately. The name's Hose. Geez, it's gotten dangerous around here lately. It has. Yes. Recently, I've been hearing about a suspicious guy named Kilton. He runs a shop called Fang and Bone. They say he goes around pushing some kind of cart, night after night. He's making people around here uncomfortable with his suspicious and otherworldly activity. Do you know Kilton? Do I? I don't know. Let's just say yes. What? You've heard something? If you see any of the suspicious people, please tell me what they look like in detail. Really, if you see this Kilton character, please tell me all the juicy details. I'm counting on you. So saying yes has no effect on anything. In the game just acts like you didn't say yes. Picango, look at this guy. Oh yeah, a hairbrush guy. Is it the same guy with the hair, with like the paintbrush-shaped hair? You? I'm sorry, but have we met before? Well, it's not important. Have you ever heard of a great fairy fountain? They say great fairy fountains are some of the most beautiful places in the world. Not only are they incredibly gorgeous, but they can supposedly grant people some kind of strange power. Sadly, I've yet to find one. But I heard a rumor recently there's one near Kakariko Village. Kakariko Village is my hometown. Perhaps it's time for a visit. Yep, already found that one just fine. Anyone interesting in here? Rumor Mill Volume 4. This is Tracy. I have a taste for the rumors of worlds long gone and worlds yet to come. Everyone gossiping in the present world? Here's my favorite bit of the latest news. Treasures of the falling star. The stars spread out in the sky, like a tapestry, and across that expanse you see one streak of light, a shooting star. I've heard that there is a treasure waiting where these stars have landed. The next time you see one, why not track it down and see where it lands? 4 stars. So if I see a shooting star, there's treasure at the end. Hello. Welcome to East Akkala Stable, the premier stable in the East. By the way, good sir, the outside is crunchy, while the inside is chewy. Take one bite, and your energy will go through the roof. Go on, try one of our Akkala buns. They're a delicacy straight from East Akkala Stable. Sounds yummy. Thank you so much. Oh, one thing to note: Akkala buns go bad fast if since they're made of fresh ingredients. So you'll have to eat it here. That way, we can ensure its quality. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much. That'll be 10 rupees, please. Thanks for the business. Now then, close your eyes and open your mouth wide. Now just munch and crunch, and down the hatchet goes. So how was it? Amazing, right? That's odd. Your energy didn't go through the roof. Come back soon. What? Nothing resulted of the thing, and he's like, well, I'm gonna drop this topic immediately. Don't tell anyone I'm a fraud, alright? Got a ways to go to get over to that spot. Wow, it looked so not far away, and it's so far away. I could just head up this path for a bit? Sure. Oh. One of those is nearby. Am I supposed to create... Oh yeah, they're all over the place around here. I wonder if I'm supposed to grab a fire and bring it back down again. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I know. I just came back from a stable and I'm not on a horse. I don't know, I'm just never... I say this a lot, but I'm never fond of horse controls in video games. I just like to run around as my character, and I guess it takes longer, but eh. What was that? Oh, it's just a boar. Yeah, what's up with this place? There's like a tech location. This is probably what we heard about when we were at the other one. Oh, no. You're a bad, is what you are. Like. Like. That didn't work out. But they're not fond of what I'm doing here. Go with regular arrows for a bit. Hey, you. Spooky, spooky. You not see me? Like. Got him right in the eyeball. Right in the eyeball. That just means he can't lock onto me, huh? So I guess I'll just stand perfectly still and do this over and over again for a little while. Come back around. Thank you. How nice of you to just sort of surrender. Gotcha. We did it. Yatta? Oh, I forgot to take a picture of it. Alright. Well, I get all those, and you're no longer a threat directly in front of where I'm trying to go, so I'll take that. I really gotta remember to take photos of things, though. Add them to the compendium. I'm totally supposed to find a fire and bring it back. Look at this. It's the same building again. The Akkala Ancient Tech Lab. Is that you? Hi. It's... Whoa, hi. Hey, you, what are you doing here? Look at his eyes, they're freaking out. Huh? Hmm? Am I explaining off camera who I am? Or did we just stop there? That was a weird ending point for a conversation. So this is exactly what I thought it was. It is the other tech spot. It's... Are you? The one called Link? Yes? Huh. That's too bad. If you were the legendary Link, there would be something important I need to tell you. But how can I determine with full certainty whether or not you are the true hero? Yes, how indeed, yes. If you can show me the wounds your body suffered 100 years ago, that would prove you are the truly Link. It's too bad. Oh, do I have to strip? Oh, no, I didn't mean to do it again. There we go. Alright, stripping time. A lot of people asking me to be naked around here. Yes, the number of scars on your body, just as I remember. Most seem to have healed, but they do not line up with, the scars I know you got during the Great Calamity 100 years ago. Yes, I acknowledge you as the real Link. So, let us begin again. I am the lead guardian researcher and director of the Akkala Ancient Tech Lab. Dr. Robbie. Whoa. In any case, I really am impressed that you made it all the way out to this rather remote location. Did you perchance meet Pura and borrow her power? I met a child. Pura, a child. What? She really has a kid? Or do you mean that Pura aged backward and she is now a child? Pura got younger. Are you certain? So she's as crazy as ever. Okie dokie, knowing her, I'm guessing she screwed up some experiment. Yes, typical. Let us return to the subject at hand, Did you know that the Calamity is regaining its power? I know. I see. Then I don't need to tell you my story, Tell me. Yes, I see. In that case. The goal of our Sheikah research is simple, really. We aim to destroy the calamity that has endured across time, to rid Hyrule of its dark influence, and above all, to rescue Princess Zelda, who is now a prisoner of the calamity. We have worked ourselves to the bone conducting our research. For a time, I'd feared I'd pass before we could prevail. However, you, Link, managed to reawaken before this old sack of flesh gave out. That means the time is now. Yes. You. Now is time to join forces with us, Sheikah, yes? We must destroy the calamity. Let's do it. Yes, that is correct. You and I are going to join forces to put an end to the calamity. And on that note, sorry for the long preamble, but I'd like you to provide you some ancient soldier gear. Did you catch all that? Cherry, the ancient oven creates ancient soldier gear, but I fear she's out of sorts at the moment. I'm afraid someone will have to bring the blue flame from the ancient furnace again. Okay, so just go find a flame and bring it back.
Hi.
Good day. And
Hi.
Check it out. How was that? I figured I'd give you an impersonation of Hateno's ancient tech lab's director Pura a shot. Maybe it was a bit much for the first time meeting you, though. Not at all. Oh, Link, I'm really glad you're such a friendly guy. So, what do you need from me? Who are you? Hey, I'm Jaren.
Hey.
Check it out. I'm an amateur scholar of ancient history. To be honest, I have been focusing a lot of my research on shrines. Oh, that reminds me. Link, there's somewhere you need to go. The left eye of Skull Lake. I know there's a shrine there, but it's a challenge to get to it. The left eye of Skull Lake is higher up. The right one's lower down. If you run into Kilton, you're on the wrong eye. Got any questions? Nope. See you later. So she's pointing me at this one. Oh yeah, there's the eyes of Skull Lake. We'll get to that sometime. It's nice that she pointed me out to it, but I already knew that much. Robbie's memories, or memoirs. Let me start from the beginning. It was 100 years ago. Calamity Ganon had already swallowed Princess Zelda. Dr. Pura and I had already taken Link to the Shrine of Resurrection and left him to recover. Dr. Pura and I departed for Kakariko Village, where we left dear Lady Impa. All three of us couldn't stay together, of course. We couldn't risk Calamity Ganon getting all of us in one strike. If it happened, there'd be no one left to deliver Princess Zelda's message to Link when he recovered and woke up. We had to ensure at least one of us would be able to talk to him. So Dr. Pura and I set out to survive as long as we could. We were lucky. We found large amounts of ancient energy in the Nakulda and Akkala regions. We could continue our research, just as we had in Hyrule Castle. We could again set ourselves to finding some way to seal Calamity Ganon away. We decided who would go where, and the only fair way, rock, paper, scissors. I set out for Akkala soon after. I was all set to go to Akkala, but first I decided to go with Dr. Pura to the ancient energy source in Nakulda. Actually, that implies I had any choice. Dr. Pura laid on a pretty heavy guilt trip when I suggested her going alone. In a world as dangerous as ours, are you seriously asking me to travel alone? She's so darn pushy. Anyway, Dr. Pura promised Lady Impa that they'd meet again someday. Then she and I set out from Kakariko Village, but not before loading a cart with the guidance stone Dr. Pura had been using at Hyrule Castle. We traveled for some time, south of the Pillars of Levia, across Lake Sela, and through Black Cherry Plain. Then we came upon Fort Hateno. Link had battled an army of guardians there, and it was where he'd been defeated. A master swordsman such as Link would impress King Rome enough to be made Princess Zelda's personal knight. Well, even someone like that has their limits. I'm sorry, Link. I spent so much of my life researching the Guardians. Even with all my knowledge, I wasn't able to give you the weapons and power you need to succeed. Those were my thoughts as I looked upon the broken husks of the Guardians strewn around Fort Hateno. Lost in my thoughts, I didn't notice that Dr. Pura had slipped away. I knew Hateno Village wasn't much farther along the road, and the calamity had barely touched the area, so I felt safe letting her continue on her own. We parted ways without even saying goodbye, I suppose. Stirring myself back to action, I set out on my own journey back toward Kakariko Village. with Dr. Pura escorted safely to Tenno village, it was time for me to head to my new home in Akkala. I returned to Kakariko village to collect the remaining guidance stone, then I immediately set out for Akkala. I made my way through Laneru wetlands and headed towards Teniro Trail. I knew that once I crossed the Akkala span, I would be officially in Akkala. The autumn leaves brought some joy to my spirit as I crossed Shadow Pass, then headed north from Ordoric Quarry. Akkala is known for its long stretches of nothing. I set out hoping that would still be the case. I was attacked by a guardian here, and there as I went, but remember, I had spent my life studying them. Dispatching them individually was no challenge at all. In time, I reached the lighthouse in Akkala. What a perfect place to keep an eye on the monsters out there. I unloaded my guidance stone and settled into my new home. And so began my life of solitary research. I knew I had to continue to research the ancient soldier gear for Link. He could wake at any time. I quickly settled on a routine. First, I would carry the blue flame from Tumlia Heights. Next, I would melt the ancient materials, refine the result, and then shape it into the ancient soldier gear. It's difficult to say how much progress I made on my research. The routine demanded so much focus day after day. But then I had a clever thought. I realized I could automate the entire refinement process. It took some significant work, but I was able to successfully remodel the guidance stone. Thanks to my effort, I can refine any ancient material, insert it into it, and offer something in return. I named this machine Cherry, after the first girl I ever loved. My research didn't end with the creation of Cherry, not at all. I realized that if she was able to refine the ancient materials, there was no reason she couldn't also manufacture ancient soldier gear too. Anyone could make ancient equipment. I also decided then that I wanted to be able to give her a voice so she could speak. I was filled with ambition then, but it was no easy task to make my dreams a reality. Automating the manufacturing process was extremely difficult. It took me decades to figure it out. I'll spare you the details of all the things that went wrong, but I will say that it was complex enough that I had to put my desires to remodel Cherry on the back burner for a while. Days and months came and went before I even realized it. I had reached the ripe age of 90. I would have been lost in my work even then, but around that time a young woman named Jaren arrived. She'd first trained with Dr. Pura, then Lady Impa had sent her to aid me. She quickly proved herself quite capable. She carried the blue flame from Tumlia Heights and even reworked improved my designs for Cherry. So Tumlia Heights is where we need to get the blue flame, by the way. That very fact that she had trekked all the way from Kakariko village alone proved that she was no ordinary girl. Her intellect, her spirit, In hindsight, is it any surprise that we eventually ended up married? Thanks to Jaren's redesign, Cherry was soon crafting ancient soldier gear perfectly and speaking beautifully. She spoke better than any machine I'd ever heard. It would have been hard to tell she wasn't a native Hylian. If I said good morning, she'd respond with a sweet, "Good morning, Robbie." And she was helpful. "Cherry, where did I leave my book?" "It's the third book from the right on the second shelf, Robbie." She also knew to ask if she needed something. "Robbie, could you increase the furnace heat a little bit?" I'd always go personally to fetch more blue flame from Tumlia Heights. I didn't realize our interactions hurt someone. That someone was Jaren. Perhaps it was due to her namesake, but my exchanges with Cherry hurt Jaren. Despite the fact that she knew Cherry was only a machine, she felt uneasy with my interactions with her. She was in tears when she told me. She knew it made little sense, and yet she couldn't help how she felt. I was devastated. I hadn't even realized the pain I was causing. Although Jaren had designed Cherry, she was now being hurt by her own creation. We agreed to restore Cherry to her original mechanical way of speaking. I took it upon myself to make the changes. From then on, I was careful not to refer to her as Cherry. Doing so would anger my wife. Instead, I called her Ancient Oven. Sometime later, Jaren gave birth to a baby boy, a beautiful young one who bore all the features of his mother. We decided to name him Grante, and together we passed the time as a happy family at Akkala Ancient Tech Lab. It was unfortunately only a temporary peace. Princess Zelda did her best to contain Calamity Ganon. Around the time Gante turned 3, a letter from Dr. Pura arrived. It was a shock to receive it. The last time she'd written, it was to talk about an assistant from Kakariko Village whom she felt was useless. She was writing now to let me know she'd completed research on powering the runes, like stasis. Hearing this reinvigorated my interest in researching ancient soldier gear. Grante grew fast, and it wasn't long before he towered over me. He loved to carry blue flame from Tumalia Heights, calling it a chance to train his body. I could see the curiosity in his eyes, and so I encouraged him to travel the world and see as much as he could. He'd always been independent, but I was still surprised when, the very day I told him to travel, he left. Writing about Grante's training reminds me. A few days before he left, I thought it might be a good idea to have Grante study with Dr. Pura. I wrote to her to ask what she thought of such an idea, and she sent a letter that simply said, "Don't send anyone here." I wonder what happened to her to make her say such a thing. She doesn't want any assistance then. So they have a son, and they're married. Anything up here? Oh, an external view from here. So we need to find the... Where's the heights? Tumalia Heights. Add that to the list. So, over there's the blue flame. Bridge is kind of out of the way. I guess you just go there and then climb your way down the slope and then back up this one. So it's a good thing I took care of the enemy along the way. And there are a few... I have already spotted a few of the torches I can use along the way to basically create checkpoints so that if anything goes wrong I don't have to go all the way back. That's worth checking out. I mean, apparently they can craft ancient armor. I gotta find out what that means. A lot going on with the general shape of this place, huh? Oh, they're lifting an entire guardian in the air. Neat. Oh, can't climb that. Would you look at that? I guess it makes sense that there'd be a shrine in there, but now I know for sure. You must have to solve the entire maze. Although, couldn't I just fly at it and land on top of it and then drop down? I feel like I could skip the maze if I came from here, probably. Maybe. Another thing to investigate that looks cool, at the very least. We have multiple shrines waiting on the horizon, and this is a big deal, because I still haven't even gone around to checking out the other two. I guess I'll just change them back to tower icons, so they don't eat away at my total. Might be longer than expected before I get to them. My plan was just to get on this tower, then go across to the other two, but... This has been a very eventful tower so far, which I'm happy with. Oh. Yeah, haha! That surprised me. I'm like, why can't I examine this? Oh. Surprise. It's kind of a big deal. Ooh, there's a whole pile of them in there. He's been busy. There's a whole, like, a landfill worth of these guys, and their remains are everywhere. This dude might be kind of a badass.